Hey guys, Smithy here. Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to talk about Drugstore starter kit. Any person who is a beginner in makeup can definitely use these products. It's easy to use. The quality of the products are super awesome without spending an arm and a leg, without compromising on the look. So let's get started. For the foundation, first option is Wet n Wild's Photo Focus Foundation. The second option that I have for you is L'Oreal's Infallible 24-hour Fresh Wear Foundation. Wet n Wild one is more of a neutral tone. So if you've not seen, this foundation comes with a spatula. So you can directly swipe it on your face and blend it all together. Or if you really want to keep it sanitary, then just put it on a palette or on your hand and then blend it on your face. It has a slight smell. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't linger around. I cannot pinpoint. People say it does. It does smell a little bit like paint, but not much that it will like linger on you. That's my go-to like everyday kind of run errands kind of a thing. The Wet n Wild one is a little more of a matte finish. If you want like a full coverage but you want like a lightweight foundation, a fresh look, L'Oreal one is not dewy, but it's not matte. It's like a satin finish, so that keep you looking fresh all throughout the day. For primer, for a pore filling primer, I really like the e.l.f.'s Putty Primer. It dupes Tatcha's Silk Canvas, and that's how it looks. You just take a pea size of amount and then put it on the pores wherever you have pores, and that will act as a primer. If you want an hydrating primer, I really like the Hard Candy Sheer Envy Coconut Water Primer Stick. So whenever you're putting this on your face, you will find it pretty cooling. But this is an hydrating option for all those people who have dry skin. My skin is combination oily, but if I am going for that dewy look, I'm definitely going for that Hard Candy. So for today, we're going to use the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. It's a gripping primer, so if you just let it sit for a little while, it will fill in your pores and then all the products can slide on pretty easily. For foundation, I'm going to take Wet n Wild's Photo Focus Foundation in Desert Beige. It's a very lightweight foundation, so you won't have to worry about looking cakey after applying the foundation. And I'm not covering my dark circles just because I don't want any like too much build-up under my eye. I don't want it to crease at all, so I'm just leaving that space blank for our concealer. For the concealer, I'm taking e.l.f.'s 16-hour Camo Concealer, and this is in the shade Medium Beige. Just a little bit of it goes a long way. I'm putting around my mouth just because I have pigmentation around my mouth. And to set all the concealer up, we're going to use Wet n Wild's contour palette. This is in the shade Dulce de Leche, but if you are anywhere darker than my skin tone, then there's another shade for you. I think it's called Caramel Toffee, but I love this for setting my under eyes. And also wherever we've put the concealer. So for me, around the mouth, around the nose. For face powders, I have two options. The first option is Wet n Wild Photo Focus Powder. As you can see, I have a big pan on this. This is in the shade Tan Beige. It's a very finely milled, lightweight powder. So if you can see, it's a very creamy powder. Or else, I have Physicians Formula in the shade DW2. This is my skin tone, but a little more darker. So if I am not going for like a bronzy or a contour look, then I just dust this all over the side of the face, like contours of my face. And that would give me like a bronzer but a face powder kind of a look. But if you go with a big fluffy brush, then you can just set all of the face with this powder itself. Today, I'm going to take my Physicians Formula Healthy Powder. For the bronzer, there's no points for guessing, guys. I love my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. This is in the shade Deep Bronzer. The feeling of putting this powder on the face is a different feeling altogether. The smell, I love the tropical coconut beachy smell that it gives, plus an excellent powder to get everything blended together to your face. I'm using the brush that comes in this powder, so when you open this, it comes with a brush included in it and a mirror. So I'm going to use the same brush just to thin up my nose. I just use it for the nose. If you want, you can definitely contour it also because it's a neutral bronzer. I'm pretty sure if any of you are into makeup, you've definitely heard about this bronzer. But if you've not, go run by it. For the blush, I'm going to use the Essence blush. This is Essence Satin Blush, and this is in the shade Satin Coral. There's another pinky mauve also version of this blush. It's an awesome blush. It blends, it's a pigmented blush. It cannot get overboard on your face, even if you are like a heavy applier. For a starter kit, a must-have. The second option for blushes is Makeup's Revolution Matte Blush. My wordings have all worn off. That's how much I've used this blush, and this is in the shade Nude. For a go-to nude, like a mauve look, this is my go-to blush. For the highlighter, if you are around my skin tone or darker, Essence has, it's called Pure Nude Sunlighter. The other one, which is lighter version of this, it's called Pure Nude Highlighter. If you are not a person who likes like heavy blinding highlight and you just want a natural glow, this, just go run, buy it, and then thank me later. That's how good this is. I really like this. For all the times when I'm not going for like a heavy makeup look, I'm just like running errands, or I'm just going for like a natural look, kind of a natural look. This is my go-to highlight. This is the other shade that I was talking about. So this is in the shade Be My Highlight, and this is in the shade Be My Sunlight. Do you see the glow? I love it. Today we're gonna go with Be My Sunlight, and you'll see when I say that's like a natural highlight, what I mean by that. It doesn't look chunky, but it gives you like a glow from within kind of a look. And if you are a person who really wants their face to like glow, use this highlight in the lighter version that I was talking about, Be My Highlight. Dust it all over the face and it'll give you like a glowy look. Let's just do it, right? I'll take that and just dust it all over my face. See, it just gives like a dewy look. For brows, I have two options for you. Yeah, I just wanted to give you two options so that you can choose which kind of style do you like. I have like a pencil version as well as like a brow wiz, like a triangular tip kind of a version. For pencil version, I really like Maybelline's Brow Precise, and this is in the shade Soft Brown. So this is what I mean by like a pencil tip. So if you want like a defined brow and you want to just give like strokes effect, this is a great pencil for that. But if you are looking for a bushy brows kind of a look, I really like Wet n Wild's retractable brow pencil, and this is in the shade Ash Brown. This is like my third brow pencil that I've bought from them. This is how the tip looks. See, like a triangular tip. So today we'll use both. You don't need to have both, just use one. I'm just gonna line the under my brows and the upper part of my brows with Maybelline's Micro Brow, and then I'll just fill it up with the Wet n Wild one. I cannot talk while I'm doing my brows, guys. I'll definitely mess it up. All of my brows never look same. I have to film another video before my kids wake up. You just fill it up with this. It's a very easy pencil to fill it up. And then just brush everything so that whatever pigment is there gets evenly distributed. Please use any spoolie, but both of them comes with a spoolie. So for eyeshadow primer, I generally, and this is my point of view, okay? Any person with a normal to combination, I think can just use the concealer and just blend it on top of the eye and you can be over with. But if you are on like a oilier eyelid, I totally do understand that you need an eyeshadow primer. And even if you want to get an eyeshadow primer, that's what I meant to say. I have two options for you. The first one is Wet n Wild Photo Focus eyeshadow primer. And the second one, I do not have it, but I will leave a picture on the screen as well as a link in the description below, is Milani's eyeshadow primer. Both of these are really good primers to set your eyes and then go over with any eyeshadows on top of it and it will pop. I finished my Milani. It takes ages to finish. But I finished my Milani and I bought the Wet n Wild one. It does come like a beige formula, see? So it's like in a beige color. You just need a tiny bit of it and this just blend everything together. And definitely let it sit for like at least a minute, I would say. Just for the eye primer to get tacky so that all the eyeshadows that you're applying on top of that can stick onto it and can flow smoothly on top of each other. Now I'm just gonna set the primer with the Physicians Formula face powder that we used. And this is just a light dusting of it so that it can just set and it can act like a smooth base. For the eyeshadow, you don't need to spend a whole lot of your money on an eyeshadow if you're just starting out. Wet n Wild has great options in the market. Milani has great options in the market. And if you don't want to stick to Drugstore and if you want like an affordable version, go to Colourpop's website. You would find like hundreds of options. Any color that speaks to you, just buy that. Great quality, great blendability. But today I have Wet n Wild's Glamour Squad. This is a neutral person's dream. This is like a dupe for Anastasia's Soft Glam palette. So if you really love that palette and you want an affordable version of that, just go buy this. You will not be disappointed. But they definitely have different colors. This is Rosé in the Air, and this is like a modern Renaissance dupe. And I also have not... Ow! Did I break it? No. Yeah, not a great packaging, but the formula is really good. So yeah, not a basic peach. If these colors speak to you, go ahead, go with this, you know? So it's just a matter of color, but you won't be disappointed in the formula at all. So today I'm going to use the Glamour Squad palette. They don't have names for the colors, so I'm just going to point at that color and I'm going to put it on my eyes. So the big pan color that I'm talking about, I'm going to dust that on the crease of my eye. Next, I'm gonna take Midtown Brown and I'm gonna put that all over my lid. It has a little burgundy in it, a little rust in it. Taking the same blending brush that we used earlier and going with this previous shade and going all over it and blending all together, so that there's no harsh lines. Whenever I'm doing my eyeshadow, I keep my eyes open like this so that there's no like natural creases that you see on my eye. That's not there when I do that. And then I blend it all together. And just for the inner corners, I'm going to take this shade, the Champagne Shimmer, and that is going to go in my inner corners, just to brighten everything up under the brow bone. And with the same brown that we used, I'm going to go over it under the eyes too, just to smoke it out. I'm just going to put a black liner in my waterline. And then I'm going to go with the same brown, the orangey rusty brown that we used, on a flat defining brush and just go over the lower lash line and smoke it out. For the black liner, I used the Maybelline's Lasting Drama waterproof gel pencil in the shade black. And now for the eyeliner, I'm going to use my Wet n Wild Mega Liner in the shade black. And for mascaras, I have two options with me. The first one is Maybelline's Big Shot Mascara. If you want volume to the lashes, just go with it. I also have another option, which is L'Oreal's Lash Paradise. This gives fluffy, voluminous, lengthy lashes. It would give you like a doll-like lashes effect. I go back and forth between any of these. Both of these are a very great option from the drugstore. Today we're going to use Maybelline's Big Shot. I'm not big on like a mascara on the lower lash line kind of a girl. I've never liked that look on me. But when I've seen a lot of YouTubers who put that in the lower lash line and it just like opens up the eye. I think because I have round eyes, I've never liked it. So that's the story for the mascara. Now for the lip liner, I'm going to take NYX lip liner in the shade brown. Now we're just gonna go a little more orangey just because the eyes are like that and I'm going for the monochromatic look. I'm gonna take L'Oreal's lipstick in the shade He Think He's Macho. For the lipstick option, I do like any lipsticks from L'Oreal's line. These black ones are like in the matte version, and they also have the one in the blushed nudes. You will never go wrong with these lipsticks. Let me swatch a little bit of them. These are the swatches. He Think He's Macho, Cutting Edge Cork, and Radical Rosewood. All of them beautiful lipsticks from the drugstore from L'Oreal. Now, if you want another line, do consider Milani's lipstick. Amazing lipsticks. Amazing is the word. And this is all like starter friendly. They're really good. You don't have to work with it. It just works for you. So let me swatch it for you. So these are Milani's. This is Matte Beauty and this is Matte Naked. So for any cool tone looks, my go-to is Matte Naked and Matte Beauty for any warm tone looks. So those are my options for lipstick, guys. For setting spray, if you want your makeup to last, Milani has a Make It Last setting spray, but I do have a e.l.f. Magic Matte and that's what I use to set my spray. This might be like $5 or something. For me, the main reason why I use it is just to get the powdery look out of the way. But that's our final look, guys. So all the products that I told you would be listed in the description box below. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!